It's another episode of the Brett Allan Show. Thanks for watching and listening and being a part of today's conversation. Today we are chatting with the very talented actor Elliott Ross. This is a fun upcoming project. We've been talking a lot of Disney Plus lately, and today we are talking about a brand new Disney Plus series called The Quest. It's based on the very popular 2014 ABC series of the same name, releasing May 11th. And our guest today, Elliott, stars as Prince Cedric. I'm excited for people to watch this. Thank you so much for your time today, my friend. It's a pleasure to meet you and chat with you.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. And I'm excited to talk about The Quest with you.
Yes, well, I remember this quite well. And I was very excited to see that Disney Plus in the Disney family is taking this on and sort of retooling this. I wouldn't necessarily call it a sequel or like a reboot necessarily, but really taking a different approach about it, because it's just a lot of fun for you, I imagine, and everybody involved.
Yeah, I think fun is the operative word there. It's just the most amount of fun. It's visually spectacular, and there's just so many cool things to look at. Every department is just kind of excelled, and they're from kind of just the top of the industry. All different corners of the industry have come together to create this amazing show. And you're right, it's not a reboot and it's not a sequel. It's I guess it's based off the original series on ABC, but it's brand new.
Yes. How did you, I mean, outside of like a traditional audition, what was your involvement, or how did you become involved in it? What sort of interested you, I guess, would be a better question to sort of take this on?
Well, I think as an actor, you well, I'll speak for myself rather than all actors, but I am really excited about doing new, interesting things that get people talking, things that haven't been done before, things that challenge formats and styles, and I think this show does all of those things. More to the point, Lord of the Rings was they were my favorite films as a teenager, and they still are. They're still, right up there. And The Quest is being produced by the same executive producer, and it's just a huge opportunity. And I'm a fan of the fantasy genre, and it was just a dream come true, really, to get to play this role.
Yes, I've watched one episode, and again, this comes out here in a couple days. Prince Cedric, just I tell you, obviously this is fantasy and we're telling a story here, but I like to ask this question: do you connect with these characters on any sort of personal level? Do you find a little bit of yourself when you're telling these stories?
Yeah, I think to a certain extent you have to.
Sure.
Especially when you're originating a role, when you're the first person to do it, and in this case that's what it was. And actually I do relate a lot to Prince Cedric, which is why I think it was such an amazing kind of creative experience for me. Without giving too much away, the character arc is very much a journey from boy to man. He starts as this kind of combative, aggressive, angry, and grieving boy. He's a prince, and
sure,
and he's grieving the loss of his father and his changing identity, and he just wants to fight everyone. And throughout the series, he goes on this amazing journey of masculinity, really, where he kind of faces his insecurities, and he shakes off his old views of the world, and he opens up himself to new people and new ideas, and he grows into ultimately a better man after a series of humbling failures. And yes. Listen, I'm not a grieving prince at the moment, but I just turned 30, and I think there were elements of kind of, it felt like a transitional period of my life, and he's in a transitional period of his. And I think definitely kind of the journey of masculinity was something I really zoned in on for this character, and it was a lot of fun and very rewarding.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will relate to this on many levels. It's just a lot of fun. One last question here. You've done a lot and been a part of some great projects, but when were you bit by the acting bug? When did you know, Elliott, that you wanted to be an actor or a storyteller? Because you have a rich background in theater, being trained classically and those types of things, but where did that journey start for you?
It's difficult to pinpoint the exact moment. It's to be honest, man, it's kind of just something I've always done.
Okay,
Um,
sure.
and I mean, as long ago as I can remember, the school drama at school was what I did, and it was the only thing really that I properly applied myself to. I mean,
I
it was
get
the only
that.
thing that I really, really wanted. It's the only time I really wanted to be there was when I was doing
Sure.
drama. And I think when I left school and thought about pursuing a career, it wasn't really ever a choice. I just got started. It yeah, and it still doesn't feel like a choice. It's just what I do, and I love it.
Yeah, well, this is awesome. I'm very excited for people to watch this when they have the opportunity. It just looks like a lot of fun. The cinematography, the music, the story is just all like beautiful. You do an amazing job, my friend. Everybody, please be sure to watch Disney Plus's The Quest, available on the 11th, with our guest Elliott Ross. He plays Prince Cedric. Fantastic work, and I'm excited to see this and all the other amazing things that you're about. Thank you so much for your time, my friend. It's been an honor, and thanks for being gracious with your time.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It was great to talk.